Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problems 1, 2 and 3 in exercise 7.2 in chapter Coordinate Geometry. So we start with problem 1. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of minus 1, 7 and 4, minus 3 in the ratio 2:3. So first we have a line segment between these 2 points, right? So let this be our point A and let this be our point B. So as usual, point A gives x1, y1 and point B gives x2, y2, right? So find the coordinates of the point which divides the line, okay? This line is divided by some point, so let that point be O, right? How this point divides a line? This point divides a line in the ratio 2:3, right? So the first part, okay, the first half, this AO denotes the ratio 2 and this OB denotes the ratio 3, right? Am I making sense here? There is a line segment, right? And the line segment points that are represented by A and B. And there is one more point, right, which divides this line segment AB in the ratio 2:3, right? That's it. Now again, by making use of the section formula, we are going to find the value of this part, okay? It has some x value and some y value. Now we are going to find that, right? So by section formula, so the x comma y is represented by this formula, right? So again you see the ratio 2:3. So 2, that is the value of 2 represents m1 and 3 represents m2, right? So when you substitute the values, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, and here it is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2, right? So what is m1? m1 is 2. So 2 into what is x2? x2 is 4. So 2 into 4 plus m2 is 3 and x1 is minus 1. Sorry. Right? So here I am going to substitute the values. So m1 plus m2, it is 2 plus 3. So m1 into x2. m1 is 2. What is x2? x2 is 4. So 2 into 4 plus m2 is 3. And what is x1? x1 is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1. Right. The next thing here is m1 y2. So m1 is 2 into what is y2? y2 is minus 3 plus m2 is 3. And what is y1? y1 is 7. Right? So now we are going to simplify this. So 2 4s are 8 and 3 into minus 1 minus 3. So 8 minus 3 by 2 plus 3 is 5. And here 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. 3 into 7 21. So whole divided by 2 plus 3 is 5. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Therefore here it is 5 by 5. And minus 6 plus 21 gives 15. So 15 by 5. So 5 by 5 is 1 and 15 by 5 is 3. Therefore, the coordinate of the point O is 1, 3. Right. So here the point O is represented by the value 1, 3. Right. This is our answer. Now we proceed with our problem 2. So find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining the points. So here again, there are 2 points A and B, right? Now, this line segment is divided into 3 parts, okay? That is what the term tells, trisection, okay? Tri represents 3, so 3 sections. So, this line AB is divided into 3 segments. So, here we ourselves took 2 points, right? So, P and Q, right? So, you see, this line AB is divided into 3 parts. That is, AP is one part, PQ is one part, and QB is other part, right? Now, we have to find the coordinates of the points. That is, I have to find the value of P coordinate as well as the value of Q coordinate, right? So, first I am considering the point P, right? So, when you took point P, you see, initially here, all these 3 segments are assumed to be equal, right? AP represents one part, PQ represents one part, and again this QB also represents one part, right? Now I am considering the point P. This point P divides the line segment AB. How it divides? You see AP denotes 1. And what about P and B? Between PB we have 2 parts. Therefore it is represented by 2. Right, here it is 1 and here it is 2. Right, so you see let P divides AB internally in the ratio 1:2. So 1:2, 1 represents M1 and 2 represents M2. Right, again A and B. So A gives x1 y1, B gives x2 y2. We are going to make use of the section formula. Again the same thing. Right, so M1 is 1 and x2 is -2. So 1 into -2 plus M2 is 2 and x1 is 4. So 2 into 4 divided by M1 plus M2. So 1 plus 2. Right. Now the next thing is M1 y2. M1 is 1 into -3 plus M2 is 2. 2 into y1 is -1 divided by M1 plus M2, which is 1 plus 2. Right. Now we are going to simplify this. So 1 into -2 is -2 plus 2 fours are 8 divided by 1 plus 2, 3. And again 1 into -3 is -3. 2 into -1 is -2 divided by 3. So what is -2 plus 8? It is 6 by 3 and here it is -5 by 3. So the point P is represented by the coordinates 2, -5 by 3. Right. Now we are considering the point Q. Right. How this point Q divides AB? That is AQ is 2 and QB is 1. Right. Now again the same thing AB and the ratio M1 M2 varies here. Right. Previous problem it is 1:2. Right. Sorry, not in the previous problem. In the previous case it is 1:2 and here it is 2:1. Now we are going to substitute the values. So here again M1 is 2. 2 into x2 is -2. So 2 into -2 plus m2 is 1. And what about x1? x1 is 4. So 1 into 4 divided by m1 plus m2, which is 2 plus 1. And the next thing is m1 y2. So m1 is 2 into y2 is -3 plus m2 is 1 into y1 is -1 divided by 2 plus 1. So here once you simplify 2 into -2 -4, 1 into 4 is 4. So -4 plus 4 gives 0, right? And here you see 2 into -3 is -6 and 1 into -1 is -1. So -6 -1 makes -7. So here it is -7 by 3. So the point Q is represented by 0, -7 by 3, right? So here we have calculated the value of P and as well as the Q. Now we proceed with our problem 3. So problem 3, this problem seems to be quite bigger, but once you understand the concept, it is very simple, right? So to conduct sports day activities in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each, right? So you see, this is my rectangular ground, right? So the rectangular ground name is ABCD and here lines are drawn with the help of chalk powder. Okay, these are the lines drawn, that 1, 2, 3, 4 are the lines drawn with the chalk powder. The distance between each line is 1 meter, right? Now you see 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD as shown. So you see, this is my AD. Okay, this is my side AD, and here we have placed 100 flower pots, each covering 1 meter distance. Right. So you see, Nikariha runs 1/4 the distance AD on the second line and post a green flag. Okay, a girl runs, right, runs 1/4 of the distance of AD on the second line. So this is my second line. In the second line, a girl runs. Okay, a girl runs. What is the distance covered by the girl? It is 1/4 of the distance, right? So 1/4 of the distance of AD. So this is my AD. I don't know what is the distance of AD. And this girl runs on the second line and she reaches 1/4 of the distance and she places a green flag over there. Right. This is our green flag. Now the next thing is, you see, there is another girl, I think boy, right? Girl or boy. Anyway, Preet runs 1/5 the distance AD on the 8th line and posts a red flag. So, the boy Preet runs on the 8th line, right? So, this is my 8th line and he covers 1/5 of the distance, right? So, this is my AD. This girl covers 1/4 of the distance and this boy covers 1/5 of the distance. Now, you see, and here he places a red flag. What is the distance between both the flags? We should know. We have to find the distance between these two flags, right? The next thing is, if Reshmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flags, where should she post her flag? Okay. This is the second part of the question. You see, we have to find the distance between these two flags. And there is another girl, Reshmi. She has to post a blue flag. Okay. She has to post a blue flag which should be in the middle of the midpoint of the green and red flag. Right. So here we have to place our blue flag. Right. So first we have to find the value of this, that is vertices of this point as well as the vertices of this point, right? So first we start with this. Before that, we have to find the distance AD. Then only we can calculate the y value of this point as well as the y value of this point, because x value is clearly given, right? So distance AD, it is indirectly given as, you see, again we have to date this part of the question. 100 flower pots have been placed at distance of 1 meter from each other along AD, right? So here you see distance AD is nothing but number of flower pots into distance between two flower pots, right? So here how many number of flower pots are there? 100 flower pots are there, and these flower pots are placed at 1 meter difference, right? Right, you see here 2 minus 1, 1, right? A flower pot is here. And you see 3 minus 2 is again 1 and another flower pot is here, right? So 100 into 1, which is 100. So the distance AD is 100 meters, right? So next we have to find the position of the flag. So first position of the green flag, right? So position of the green flag, you see, this is where my green flag is located. So in x-axis its value is 2 and in y-axis it is 1/4 of the distance. So it is 1/4 into 100. So which is 25. So the point is 2, 25. And the next thing is position of the red flag. So you see again when you look at this diagram, here this is my red flag position. So in x-axis it is 8 and in y-axis it is 1/5. Okay, 1/5 of the distance. So 1/5 into 100, which is 20. So here the point is 8, 20. Now we are going to find the distance between the two flags. So this is my x1 y1 and this is my x2 y2, and we know the distance formula. It is square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So this is my x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, so 8 minus 2 the whole square plus 20 minus 25 the whole square. So 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 square plus 20 minus 25 is minus 5. So minus 5 the whole square. So 6 square is 36 and minus 5 square is 25. I believe you people know, right? The minus term, whenever a minus term is squared, the answer is always a positive one. So 36 plus 25 gives you square root of 61. So this is the distance between the two flags, right? Now we have to find the position of the blue flag. So blue flag is located in the midpoint, right? You see, the blue flag is located in the midpoint of this green flag and this red flag. Right. So here we have to find the midpoint using the midpoint formula to find the location of the blue flag. So here this is the formula x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So now x1 plus x2, so 2 plus 8 by 2, and here y1 plus y2, 25 plus 20 by 2. So 2 plus 8 is 10, so 10 by 2, and here 25 plus 20 is 45, right? 45 by 2. So as we all know, 10 by 2 is 5 and 45 by 2 is 22.5. So here this is the location of our blue flag, which is located in the midpoint of the other two flags, that is between green and red flag, right? So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.